On the downward slide to the weekend, and things looking a lot better for next week, very much more on the mild side. We'll talk about the complete forecast coming up here in just a little bit. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onig. This is News 12's Weather Overtime video weather blog, an extended opportunity for you to learn a little bit more about what's going on with the weather. Coming up, we'll have the forecast into the weekend and beyond with some very mild temperatures for next week. We'll also talk about Skywarn meetings. We've been talking about this a lot, but it's very important to make certain that everybody gets the word about this. More volunteers that we have to spot for the National Weather Service, to see, hear, and just see what's going on out there, the more safer we all can be. And we'll explain why and how you can learn more about that coming up here in just a little bit, so stay tuned for more on that. If you're tired of the Groundhog, don't forget it's another great day for the environment, World Wetlands Day. A good opportunity to learn more about what wetlands are, how they can help our environment, how they can help disperse floods, and also help during drought situations, being a very nice place for wildlife to thrive and flourish. A good opportunity to learn more. Head to my social media pages for more on that. Soggy, gray, a bit breezy and chilly out there from CHI Memorial Stadium, the 7524 Interstate Junction, showing traffic moving along slowly, at least going a little slow on the northbound to westbound 24, so a little bit sloppy out there with rain floating on past the camera and spray being kicked up by those vehicles. We'll see an end to the rainfall later on tonight as some cooler air begins to make its way on through. Temperatures will be very chilly for Friday, but back to normal as we go towards Saturday. Next couple of days will give an end to the rainfall, and we are doing relatively okay. For the year, we are about maybe just shy of half an inch or so above normal where we should be, so doing okay on precipitation there. And for the month, we've only picked up in the last about 48 hours about 3/100 of an inch, so technically we're behind, but not by that much just yet, and decently close to where we should be on the temperatures for Wednesday. Thanks to Donna Frizzell, a beautiful shot of a bald eagle perched on a tree branch. That's our West Shore Home weather window picture of the day. If you'd like to see more of these, again, head to our social media channels for more information. Or if you've got pictures, we'd love to see them and show them to everybody. So drop us a line at pictures@wdef.com or find us on social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, good places to start on that. Our latest storm system making its way across the Carolinas would have been out to sea by now, but thanks to a strong area of high pressure over the Bahamas and the Western Atlantic doing a good job of creating a stop sign in the atmosphere, our next storm system is going to be on the way, coming down from the north. This storm is going to be bringing in a lot of cold air to where we are, but the main energy of the system will be passing on over into the ocean territory, so we're just not seeing a lot going on with that. Now, with the passage of this front, we could see a few windy conditions out there, and it looks like it will be a little bit on the colder side, but that's going to be about all. We do have some good news, again, in the advisory category. We don't have anything going on for the News 12 viewing area, and the ice storm warning has been dwindled in size. It's not quite as huge as it used to be. So now only affecting Mississippi, Arkansas, and parts of Oklahoma, which is where the slickest conditions are expected to be found, and could be some dicey travel into and around this area for later on tonight. So it looks like things are improving slowly out there. Rain will stay with us, it looks like, through the rest of the afternoon, and it looks like right about through rush hour we could be seeing the potential of some wet conditions out there, so plan ahead for that. Rain slowly starts to make its way out of the picture as that drier air behind that next front makes its way on through, but most of that won't be here until we hit about very early tomorrow morning. You'll notice the winds starting to come out of the northwest, and that will usher in the drier and colder conditions out there. That could cause its own problems. We'll talk about that in a second. Very much on the cooler side tomorrow. Lower 40s is about as good as it's going to get, and then by early Saturday morning we could be looking at temperatures easily back in the 20s, not to mention the potential of winds coming through. Wind chills Saturday morning could easily be in the teens, so prepare for that if you're going to be heading out the door anytime soon. The Weather Prediction Center is showing the potential of, again, a flash freeze possibly taking place. It only affects a little bit around Monroe and Polk counties in the News 12 viewing area. Most of the problem is going to be into around the Appalachians, into into extreme eastern Tennessee and back into western North Carolina. But if you are traveling, could be the possibility that the temperatures tomorrow morning will be just enough to freeze whatever moisture was left on the roadways, especially bridges and overpasses. So if you're traveling between Knoxville and Asheville, that could be a significant problem. And again, for the areas into and around the News 12 viewing area, we're just not seeing that much of a concern, but we will be watching for any reports of any problems on the roadways. Make certain you tune into the morning show and we'll give you updates on that. Friday could also be a bit on the breezy side, not enough for a wind advisory, but we could be picking up wind gusts of 10 to 20 plus miles per hour at times, so east-west travel could be a little bit on the choppy side. The good news into next week, if you're not a fan of winter, we're not going to be seeing anything of winter anytime soon. Looking very much on the mild side for the next several days, and into the first week of February is going to be feeling a lot more like March from our usual standpoint of temperatures around here. For the rest of Groundhog Day, Furry Fake Forecaster Day, again showing the possibility of showers out there as we go into the rest of the afternoon. That should dwindle into tonight. A little bit on the breezy side for Friday, but at least we get some more sunshine coming on through. And then for a true American holiday coming up on Sunday, National Weather Person's Day, a little bit on the cloudy side, but at least temperatures will be quite on the mild side, going above normal into the mid to upper 50s. And then over the next several days, temperatures will be rather on the warm side, going to be going back into the lower to mid 60s. That's a decent category and a half above normal for this time of the year. We're also going to see the possibility of some scattered showers coming back our direction. Too warm for anything but liquid rainfall, and again, not cold enough for any winter weather out there. The Barnard Astronomical Society of Chattanooga, working with the Rangers of the Chickamauga and Chattanooga National Military Park in Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, this weekend, Saturday, the 4th of February at 6 p.m. There's going to be a discussion about the use of astronomy and looking at the stars during the Civil War period. If you'd like to know more about that, and an observational event afterwards, if the skies are clear, and hopefully they will be, the telescopes will be out so you can look through those at various planets and stars and things like that. Again, that's this Saturday, 6 p.m., Stars Above the Battlefield. Find out more at barnardastronomy.org. We talked about this many times. Again, we have 2 meetings coming up for Hamilton County, Chattanooga residents. The next one will be this next Friday at 6 p.m. at Memorial Hospital in the community rooms. The one after that in March at the UTC Library at Vine and Douglas Street. It's totally free, but you do need to register for a seat. And there are other meetings coming up for various other counties in the News 12 viewing area. Not every town is going to get this, so if you live in or near these locations and they're more convenient to you, please consider attending. You get to be the eyes and ears of the National Weather Service. That's the really cool thing about it. And if you'd like to know more about what goes on at these meetings, we give you a brief primer and let you know a little bit more about what's going on. It's called the What I Want to Know Show, about topics of weather, science, technology, whatever springs to mind. But this week we're talking about Skywarn and about what you need to know before you go to these meetings, and a little bit more about what to expect when you show up, what's expected of you as a Skywarn volunteer, things of that nature. So find out more at wdef.com/weather, and also on my YouTube channel for more. We can help you program your National Weather Service radio, so find out more at wdef.com/weather and click on Weather in the Classroom if you're a teacher, if you'd like to have a visit from some of our weather personnel. And all of this available on my social media channels. We're out there someplace, so you can find us again out there. And my email address, if you'd like to just email me directly, is aonic@wdef.com, or find us on our website at wdef.com/weather. Patrick Core, Chief Meteorologist Emeritus, will be in for the evening shows. I'll be back with you for the vacationing Chip Chapman coming up on Friday morning for all the details there. And stay tuned for much more with News 12 on air and online. Thanks for watching the latest edition of News 12's video weather blog, Weather Overtime.